Overheats game time. Konnichiwa, Internet, and welcome to this episode of Overheats Game Time Rants. Today I will be discussing my overall feelings about the 2 hours I spent on the open beta, and touch on the current hot topic, the lack of voice chat within the game. I mean, it's really kind of incredible that voice chat in a team-based game is being debated in 2015, but here we are. You know what, let's just get this part out of the way first. Look, I love Nintendo. I always have and I always will. Hell, before they decided to take my YouTube pennies, this channel was going to be focused primarily on Nintendo games. I didn't blink when voice chat wasn't included in Mario Kart 8. There's literally no other reason for voice chat in that game other than trash talking. I mean, let's be real. Anyone who's played an online game with voice chat has had their feelings hurt on occasion. Yeah. The medium encourages that type of behavior, and as a game, Mario Kart furthers it still. Hell, I've had difficulties restraining myself from strangling my own friends in the same room after a heated race. Little known fact, the reason Nintendo makes it a 4-player game? One word: witnesses. The next major game in the online horizon was Smash Bros. Once again, I saw no reason for voice chat. Look, I come from a fighting game background. There's only one reason to have voice chat while fighting. Yeah, that looks about right. The thing is, folks who take these games seriously, well, online anyways, turn voice chat off for the sake of the connection. Then we come to Splatoon, a multiplayer arena-based shooter. I've gotta say, when I saw all Nintendo was doing to avoid the need for voice chat, I was impressed. I started to believe it might be possible. Only 4 players per team keeps it focused and hard to spread yourselves too thin. A large map on your gamepad that not only shows you where your teammates are, also shows in real time where ink is covering the floor. So I played the beta with high hopes that chat would be fully unnecessary. After being killed about 4 times that I can remember, probably more than that, while looking at the gamepad to assess my team's whereabouts and where my support would be needed most, I realized the fatal flaw in the design. It violates action game commandment number 1. Thou shalt not taketh thine eyes from the screen. With a quick cursory glance, the gamepad works as a tool to let you know how well your team is doing. After a respawn, it can serve the purpose it was intended to serve. But you can't use it in the heat of battle, or worse, the lulls between battle. Look, one of the defining items of coolness in this game is the stealthy nature of the ink and the inklings. That means the time you think it's best to check your gamepad is actually the worst time to do so. There were several times during my second hour when I had been taken out by someone posted up in a particularly devious location with no way to warn my teammates. So I watched them die like so many calves to the slaughter. There were times when I was posted up in an advantage and was watching what was happening, knew what needed to happen, but had no way to relay this information to my teammates. It was particularly frustrating to watch these matches crumble into losses. Now, I understand Nintendo's reasons for not wanting voice chat. No one likes the little kids that sit around playing all day, letting you know how terrible you are in between the onslaught of curses. A little young, but I guess that works. But you know, I thought that's what friends lists were for. Oh well, in the meantime, we'll just have to hook up through Skype, Vent, Google Chat, or whatever. That's another thing. That means people can gain a significant advantage in this game through means outside of the game. That's an unfair advantage that shouldn't exist, but does because of this decision. Oh well. Let's move on to the actual beta. Look, I'm not gonna lie, this game is fun. This may be shocking to the uninitiated or the voluntarily obtuse, but Nintendo knows how to make a fun game. And if this game's beta is any indication, they finally figured out how to make a rock-solid, super smooth netcode as well. I only had 2 legitimate disconnects, the others were all because they hadn't had their servers turned on yet, or they had just turned them off after the hour. And I had 1 clear instance of lag warping an enemy from about 20 feet away from me to right on top of me. And of course he had the splat roller, so that meant I instantly died. That's pretty damn good for a beta though. Having a simple 8-bit game playing on the gamepad to divert you from the matchmaking process is brilliant. Allowing you to continue from where you last left off in between matches shows how well thought out the idea was. The weapon choices were balanced and interesting, and even though I voiced concerns that the splat roller may be OP, upon further reflection I'm still not certain that it really is. I mean, honestly, a couple hours in a beta is not enough time to figure it out. It's definitely a necessary part of a team structure, but I really feel like it needs to be tested quite a bit more before we can call OP on that thing. The only real problem I had was when someone joined our team and then was frickin' AFK the whole match. The final game better have a way to deal with that kind of crap. Well, that's about it, folks. The bottom line is this is an incredibly fun game with an incredibly solid netcode that, even just from the beta, seems the kind of game worthy of getting a system for. It's just that good. Just, make sure you have Skype or whatever handy. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed what you saw, like it. If you want to see more, click that subscribe button. If you have any questions or suggestions you'd like to throw out there, drop them in the comments section below. That's it for today, Internet. Johnny, bye-bye.